Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. We have number C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade from Judgment of the Light. Man, this came out probably a decade ago. Super scarce card. Only has like this and a Megatin print, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or and the OT. I mean, it just has a couple prints, man. The OTs is like super expensive, and then you have this one, guys. And now I'm curious. Does it have the 10 reprint? Let me just check real quick. Here, I know it has an OT and then that print right there. So, okay, only 2 prints. Crazy. A card that skipped, you know, the 10s for that respective year. So that's why you're seeing crazy buyouts where you have the OTs at $100 and then the first set at $200. I mean, at this stage and age, I might as well, if you need it, buy the OT instead of the Super. The Super is 75 bones. Then 80s, then 85s. You have 8 left in the markets, then gone. 3 listings, 1 page right here with volume actually coming in and people paying these exorbitant prices as they find themselves needing to play this card, needing this for their, I suppose, K9 engine of their Vanquish K9 deck. And here we are, guys. But to me, this is the time you sell this card. Not because necessarily we know if and when it's getting reprinted, but there's like, let's say you own this. If it's to play, we get it. Excuse me, we get it. We understand. You need to play. You need exposure to the card. You need to get it. Even at these crazy prices, you just need it to play. That's one thing. But if you had it, you had this old card. It was bulk. You know, it was trash. No one cared about this card way back here. Look at that. Card was $2 forever. And then it's gone in this parabolic advance move. And after seeing a move like this, guys, you know, it's just, you're up, what, like 35x? Like, it's just time to take profits. You know, I mean, sure, could it hit $100? I mean, super rare, maybe, but I mean, damn. If I'd have this card in a binder, I'd be selling. That's all I'm saying, guys. I'd be taking advantage of this parabolic move. Things have gotten too ridiculous, in my humble opinion, for a super rare. Just becoming... you know, 75, 80, 85s, maybe even triple digit. Like, come on now. It's time to take profits on a card like this. You sell into the meta hype unless you need to play it or you need to buy it to play it. Then that's another story. But yeah, man, this is crazy. You want to sell cards at all-time highs after parabolic advanced moves, guys. An example such as this one. And then I'd be buying the OT. If I like need it right now, you buy the OT. But even this one is at crazy prices for a card that was always $4 and no one cared about. Crazy, guys. Crazy. We're living in crazy times, man. And then we do have number C107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachon Dragon. Another one that used to be, you know, $2. No one cared about it. Straight line parabolic advance move to a 20 piece right here. A couple of 1s and 2s. Or a couple of 1-ofs and then a play set at around 23s. So yeah, 7 listings only. If you can sell anything above 20s, that'd be the goal for, you know, a card that, yeah, this one is the one that has like the 10 reprints and the OT as well, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the Primal Origin version. And cards, hey, 10Xs, man, we can't take those for granted. You eat with those 10Xs, you profit. Not to say that the card can't go up higher, but, you know, and I get the need, the demand for these cards, but you sell into that hype, especially if you had this card, picked it up when it was 2s and belows, or just had it as part of your bulk, you know, holographics, and now you have this 10x move that I'd be taking advantage of. We have Eye of Illusion, CR, thanks to the new Illusion, you know, Hector, whatever, that new deck that we talked about in the live stream earlier this week. Again, this card, the CR, due to Illusion hype, we always knew this card would have its heyday. Once it got printed, we're like, okay, it might take a while, a year or two, but eventually illusions are gonna come and they're gonna make waves. And this is works for spellcasters as well. So I mean, I just always thought like it was just illusion only, but this spellcaster part is broken for a card that is a quick play and has a multitude of effects that you can choose from. So yeah, the CR, I mean, the CR at one point was $8, single digits. No one cared about it. The volume came in recently. It says 1179s, but we're at a 20 piece, 10 listings only. And then, you know, it starts going to 40 to 50s at the bottom of the page. So if this card continues its buyout mode, you know, and it continues to go up in price, you want to sell this card. You want to take profits off the table, not because the illusion deck is not going to be any good. People might need it, but you want, hey, if you came in at single digits and you see 30s and 40s and 50s, like, it's just that time to get rid of it and then just buy the cheaper version, the Ultra, that used to be trash at $150. No one cared about it. And now the double bottom here with a higher low, and now the volume coming in, going from $2 to 4s overnight, up 100% increase, and quickly goes to 5. So 38 listings. You know, if you need access and exposure to the card, you know, and you don't have the $20 for the CR, then this one at anything under 5s should age well, at least to get your initial exposure. You know, so giving you the buying opportunity here right after talking about the sell opportunity once these, you know, reach 30s and 40s and 50s in the short term. Take profits off the table, off hype, because, and man, when is that deck coming out? You know, months and months and months from now. So you take advantage of this initial hype, then people are going to forget about that new deck. They're going to focus on the now, you know, post nats, ban lists, and things of that nature. And then this card should retrace back down. And that's when you pick it up if you really, really want it for yourself, guys. So again, link in the description down below. If you need to purchase any of the cards that we're talking about today, like that ultra rare Eye of Illusion right here, you're going to click that first link in the description down below. You want to make sure you fast track each and every single card and click right here. It automatically, if you click, takes you to the card in case you want to purchase it, guys. Don't miss out. And as you can see, this chart for all these cards is starting to go parabolic. Usually that's when you want to take profits, you know, for most of the cards that we will be talking about today. Don't forget about our 9.75K giveaway just around the corner. One lucky winner is winning the playset of loads, drill beams, and the Starlight Rare Rising Scale. Shout out to Andrew. You don't want to miss out on this giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe, ring that bell, like the video as we get closer to the goal so we can give back. We love giving back at the community, you know, so make sure you subscribe, guys, and like the video on the way in. That's about it. We have number S39, Utopia Prime. From Cross Souls. Wow, this super rare is money. I had no clue. You know, the card was a buck and some change. This was probably bulk. No one cared about this card, and now literally going parabolic here. As you can see, becoming a $4 card, 5 listings only, and after a couple of 1s and 2s, the card is cleaned out at 6s. So if you have this card, you have money you probably didn't know. You know, just double check your bulk, and it's time to sell. It's time to sell into the new Utopia support, you know, that just came out, the hype. That probably won't do anything. So you want to sell into the, you know, Billy Bobs, the number, you know, the Utopia Billy Bobs out there. You give them this card, you know, because they're late. They're paying the premium, and the demand is coming in. So, you know, you sell into the hype. It does have a Megaton version as well, just in case that is the version you have. Also going from a Billy to 4s overnights. And then you have a 7 wall at 527s. And it does start going towards 8s and beyond at the bottom of the page. One page only, 7 listings. So people are coming in for number S39 Utopia Prime for both versions. Only 2 versions of this card. They're both holographic. So you want to be selling into this hype. If you have this card, you want to be moving these, recycling that purchasing power into other things of more future value, guys. And then we have the Fiiths package, guys. So we have Fiiths Requiem. We have Fiiths Track. And then we have Lacrima, the Crimson Tear. So again, when we touch base and talk about these cards, yes, they're going to be banlist dependent to see if finally Fiiths, you know, get some type of banlist hit where Konami wants to make way for, you know, their new decks. A lot of people saying that this will just get power crept like Cash Tier or Fenrir did. That's also an option, but we'll see. Regardless, either by power creeping or by banlist hits, I think Fiiths, you know, have had its heyday. Not to say that if they don't get any banlist hits, they can't continue to be played. Of course they can. But, you know, again, I'd be getting rid of these. Because you have banlist implication potential, power creeping potential implication, and then reprint implications. That's the triple whammy for these cards. There's no way, no how I'd be holding on to these cards. No way, no how. And honestly, you know, this card last night was 30s for some random reason. You know, we're having a flash crash right now. I don't know if a reprint was announced. Maybe that was the case. You know, at the time of recording, I have no clue, but this card is flash crashing. It was 30s last night, and now a couple listings here in the 20s. So again, you don't want this card at between $20 to $30 to go down and be $5, $3, $2, $1. Like, you don't want to see that happen to you. If you have this card, you know, if you have Fiiths tracked at 40, 43s, mid 40s, maybe even bumps up to 50s, you move these into that demand before the triple whammy plays out. You don't want to be holding on to these cards just in case, you know, regardless, this has had its life cycle already. You don't want to sleep on the fact of leaving the hundreds of dollars on the table for no reason. You probably have multiple Requiems, you probably have multiple tracks, and you probably have multiple Lacrimas. We're talking about hundreds of dollars that you can literally convert, recycle into a new Justice Hunter's decor, guys. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. So we see Lacrima here at around 39s, trying to actually spike up above 40s. And that's good. If you have the card, that's good, because you want to sell above 40s if you can. You know, if this does its last hoorah move here into the 40s, you want to take advantage and you move these, man. You move these 3 cards. You see if they get reprinted or if they get banlist hit, you know, and then you reassess from there. But I'd be selling all 3 of these cards and taking, you know, these hundreds of dollars and recycling it into Justice Hunters. Then we have number C101 Silent Honor Art, guys. Same as the number cards that we touched base at the beginning of the video. These ultras, you know, used to be $2, $250s, and now you only have 1 left, man. 1 listing here, 1 page. Just wanted to keep you guys updated. Excuse me. Yeah, people need it. People building their decks, you know, they want the max rarity, they want their shiny cardboard, and you only have 1 first edition here, OG, right here. And then again, you do have the Megaton version. You have rares and commons, so that's good for the budget players. But you know, even the Megaton version, you know, you have a play set here, and then you have me trying to be greedy. Probably won't get a sale, but I don't really care. Just trying to bait a Billy Bob. But if not, you know, I'll probably move these at nets regardless. So you know, again, there's just none of these. I have 3 of these though. Other than these right here. Let me see if you click on it. Yeah, this is, so I'm the only one. I'm the whale in the market. I got 3 of these, you know, the Megaton versions. So yeah, this card is super scarce, and you know, people have the option of playing the commons and the rares, so that's good on a budget. But if not, you know, we came in and I bought like $20 for a playset. So hopefully, you know, we move these at nets at around $20 a pop, so we can 3x and run for them hills. We have Pantheism of Demons. Every time we talk about this card, it just keeps going up. You know, this card is a 20 piece when we last touched base, but the walls are now 24s and then 30s. If you see this card at 30 bones, you sell. 12 listings only into the Monarch hype. They probably won't do anything, let's be real. So you want to sell into the hype. Don't let this crash back down into the, you know, teens. Once it does reach 30s, you're gonna eat well, you're gonna take profits, and you're gonna live to fight another day. We have Mistaken Arrest. Shout out to Tate. You know, in our live stream earlier this week, he highlighted this card. You know, that it was in the what, 18, $20. Yeah, 22, 23s, and now it's 33. So it's up $10 here. 7 listings only. And yeah, single digits right here. You have a playset, and then it does go towards 40s at the bottom of the page. So yeah, if you have the secret rare, this card is always like a roller coaster. This first that OG secret rare, you know, only has a rare reprint and a gold rare, I believe. So only like 3 prints. So it's always been hard to get. It always cycles in and out of different meta formats. Usually it does take years for the card to cycle back in, but when it does, it goes hard. So if you have this card by any chance, you want to be selling these, man. Playset for $100 for a card that was $7, $8. Man, I wish I might. You do have the rare here, still at around what? At around you know, $5 here. You know, you want to take advantage of that, because the walls with shipping are around 9s. You know, I mean, you can't count this really. So yeah, it's around $5 here. Seeing the listings, $5, $6 pretty soon. So it's just they're stepping up. You don't want this rare to be double digits on you. You know, if you really like, yo, I need the card, judge it, come in, $5. You need a playset, pay your $15, live to fight another day. But I'd be selling the secret rare into this latest and greatest hype. We have Sky Striker Ace Rose, alternate art, QCSR. I mean, this battle's a legend, Terminal Revenge. Card is Rent Money Rose. Look at that. Card was $60. Says 150s, but we're at 350s, man. Man, 4 listings here. You have a couple 1s and 2s, and then it's 450s, then 500. 500 right there, man. Man, 1 page. Oh, that's insane. For a card that was $60 forever. No one cared about it. It consolidated here when it first came out. And now a $60 card, bro. Becoming $350. Crazy, crazy. crazy for this quarter century secret rare alternate art. And again, you know, Sky Striker players, they just want their max rarity. You know, we were talking about that in yesterday's Market Watch, you know, talking about some of the other Sky Striker cards. And that's the thing, man. Sky Striker players, they want their max rarity. They ain't playing with their food. And this card is getting cleaned out, but now it's at a ridiculous price. It's up 2x since the last price of 150s. It's time to sell and run for them hills if you own this card. Guys, link in the description down below. Come over here, join our Discord, be ready for our 9.75K giveaway. And X, we do host, you know, giveaways there as well. You want to make sure that you follow on X, and then free $15 off. Make sure you don't miss out. Take advantage of those free 15 bones right there. Make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video, so you can stay you know, in tune with our fresh off the press content and participate in our channel giveaways, guys. And none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So make sure you like the video on the way in and ring that bell. We have the Black Goat Laughs from Phantom Nightmare. This card was 35s, crashing down to 28s, but the volume, I mean, is kind of sort of coming in. So yeah, this card just has been value. It just doesn't want to go down in price, even though it starts like crashing down and stuff. You know, it's holding 31 strong. So if you can get a hundy for a playset, like this is rebounding off the 26 lows, you do it, because this came in Phantom Nightmare. I think it gets reprinted in September. Of course, from now to September, the card can go from 30 to 40s. It can. But big picture speaking, you want to start moving this value into this latest demand and recycling into something new, into something else, before the card gets that reprint in the tins as expected. So again, there's always one or two, a couple cards that don't get the tin reprint, but most of these do. And just in case, I'd be getting rid of all these cards that have the potential to get a reprint in the tins. You know, because you don't want to be caught holding bags that are $30-$40 and then you wake up one day and it's $5. Yo, when you could have recycled that purchasing power into so much more value. So hey, that's the thing, man. People take this for granted. It's always happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! Year after year after year. You have valuable cards, they get a tin reprint or rarity collection reprint the last couple of years, and they get destroyed in price. While if you sell now early compared to those future prices post reprints, excuse me guys, then you can take $100 instead of holding this card until a playset is $10. So you could be down 10x with a reprint. I'm telling you, man, we've seen it happen before. So just this purchasing power, you need to cherish it. You need to take advantage of it. You need to move it before it becomes worthless. Now heading into demand of when people want it, that's when you sell it to them, man. So make sure you keep this one in mind. We have Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. Thanks to the branded hype. Mirror Jade, this is the Starlight Rare. Volume come in, it was 225s. Right now it's 260s overnight. And then after that, it goes to 300, 350s, 400, and then 500 right there. 1 page, 6 listings. And yeah, Starlight Rare Max Rarity from Photon Hypernova. This is one of the Starlights that, you know, from the previous age where they were hard to get, super scarce and things of that nature. So we do have Starlights here, like Mirror Jade, making moves towards the high end. So, you know, again, if you start seeing 400, 500, man, it's time to sell, especially if you came in, you know, at lower prices at under 200 when no one cared about this card. You know, it's starting to go parabolic off the lows. So yeah, I mean, pretty soon it'll be time to sell just based on the quantities in the market. So crazy that if you have heavy stonks like these, you know, it's getting pretty soon to taking profits off the table. We have 7 Tachon. Every once in a while, we like highlighting this card, the fact that it is consolidating here at around 26 bones. So it's just stable coining here. It's not really making major moves. The volume is still consistent. You know, the people are protecting this $25 mark. But again, all in all, sure, can we get a rebound to 30s, maybe even at 30s? Anything is possible. But overall, when you see a card like this, it's not because it can't go back up, but you just look at it, you're like, okay. For now, it had its heyday. Let's move on to Justice Hunters. Let's move on to the new, you know, the new shiny pieces of cardboard coming out soon. Recycle that purchasing power, because a playset is still $75, man. You know, you can sell a playset of these and buy a box of Justice Hunters. Yo, I'd prefer to do that than hold on to this card, even if it bumps up a little bit in the short term, just in case a V-shape recovers a little. But, you know, it's time to recycle your purchasing power and sell these cards just for better cards down the line. We have Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. This quarter century secret rare. If you go to the yearly, one point was 25s, you know, and then it was 35s, and now it's 50, you know, and yeah, 7 listings only, 50 bones, you know, and it quickly gets bought out to 80s, 1 page only. So with a card like this, again, the high end quarter century secret rare from the core set, the Infinite Forbidden, I think it may get a prismatic secret rare rarity bump in the tins. Seems likely. So yes, the quarter century should be protected in that sense, but it might also get a Starlight. I mean, you never know, right? So if the Starlight comes, it'll create sell pressure for this one. But if a prismatic secret or any other rarity gets printed in the tins, then this $7 Ultra can become worthless. So guys, card was $3. Now it's pushing 7s, you know, and pretty soon after that, it goes to 8s. So 25 listings, anything between 7 to 8s, you want to get rid of this card. You know, right now you're telling me you could get what? Almost $25 for a playset of this card? That's gonzo, man. Especially a card that came in the Infinite Forbidden and it could get reprinted in the tins, man. Sure, the reprint could be short print, but still, even so, this card would get destroyed as an ultra rare. Just definitely one to keep in mind. I'd be recycling that purchasing power. We have Super Quantum Green Layer. We talked about Blue Layer, I think it was. Let me see. Where's the blue one? Let's see. It was yeah, it's not even here. Wow. So yeah, we talked about the blue one recently, but the green one is 15 bones, man. Crazy. I think because this is a single print. Card was $150. No one cared about it recently, and now the card has just been going parabolic ever since. It was most recently 340, 350s, and now 6 listings only. It's a $15 card, a couple ones and 2 of. So if you by random chance have this card, you got money, man. I'd be moving this quickly. Don't expect quantums, super quantums to do anything. They're beautiful, beautiful art and colors with the blue and the green and the red. That's all good and nice and well, but we don't expect that to do anything in the meta. So with that said, I'd be moving these cards right now, man. If you have green layer, make sure you get that green paper for it. Get that green, man. I'd be selling this and running for them hills so fast, no one would even see me, man. Yo, we got Sky Striker Mobilized Linkage. This card, yes, it got the quarter century from Bonanza and the Platinum Secret, but even the Ultras are going from 240s to $4. And then the walls are at $4. So yeah, you do have massive walls of China, but 56 listings. And this card is moving up in price. We don't know if and when it gets reprinted, but if you got this card not just at 240s, but maybe even at lower prices back then, you know, and you see $4 or $5, maybe it's time to recycle that, move these cards. You know, and I'd get the Platinum Secret, honestly, but some people prefer the clean Ultras. Can't blame them. Yeah, this Mamma card is going up. It's going up in price, as you can see. The highest yearly price here right now, essentially. So, you know, if it continues going up 5, 6, 7s, then definitely I would move this card into the Sky Striker hype. And then we do have Lunaite Black Sheep. This common, every time we talk about it, keeps going up. So, I mean, it's getting to the point where it continues going parabolic. And now you have this card at 4s, pretty soon at 5s. So 20 listings only. And as a common, if you see $5, it's time to run for them hills, man. For a card that was shekels, it was trash, no one cared about. From Shining Victory, single print. You know, Lunaite think they're going to have their life cycle between now, you know, Nats and Justice Hunters, which it'll be just like a 2-week time frame, a 2-week format. So after that, you know, I think things are going to shift quickly. So I would be selling most of these Lunaite cards. Whatever Lunaite cards I have, I'm going to get rid of at Nats. I don't want to come back with a single Lunaite card because, you know, we got to sell into the demand for the event, for those 2 weeks right there. So I'd be selling this card at around $5 as a common. Same as Kaleido Chick. This card was 90 cents, went up to 250s, crashed back down to 150s. Now you have a couple of 1-ofs here, but the walls are at 274s, guys, which would be at all-time highs, guys. So again, if you start seeing this card getting close to 3, you know, I have like 5 of these, and I'm gonna be moving these at Nats as well, just getting rid of all these Lunaite cards and taking profits, guys. So I'd be doing the same thing, just selling into the hype right now. We have Red Eyes Fusion. I mean, this one is still shekels, but when you see spikes go up like this and then the card is still at shekels here, where you have RO9s, is about $1. So you have the walls at $1, right? But this card used to be like 60 cents forever. Now it's after consolidating here. Beautiful consolidation, just continuing spiking up. That means that, look, there's Billy Bob's paying 7s for $1 card, 246s for $1 card, guys. So, you know, when that happens, $5 for $1 card, then the average price goes up. but it's still at around $1. But that means demand is coming in. People are willing to overpay because they're Billy Bobs. But regardless of that fact, Red Eyes Fusion is not a bad card to pick up because, it has a common, a couple commons, but it has an ultra and a super, and then that's about it. It doesn't have like a secret or rarity treatment or none of that. People forgot about Red Eyes Fusion. This card is just broken. Once you go into Dragoon, just definitely one to keep on your radar, that if it does go from $1 right here to multiple dollars down the line, definitely one, as people come in and are willing to pay, you can buy at $1 and be ready to sell at multiple billies down the line. You have Crystron Solfafnir. This is common from OTS Pack 27, was 79 shekels, and now it's pushing 3s, man. Right there's pushing 3s, and then 3 Fiiths for a common, guys. So again, if you pulled this at an OTS, playing, or from OTS Pack 27, or you have these pretty soon, thanks to K9 Crystron or Crystron K9, this card is going to be 3 to 3 Fiiths, which it'll be a great selling point, especially if you got exposed of, as shekels, or you just pulled these from a OTS pack. And then we have Du Sol Facord Kulia. What is this, man? From Ancient Guardians, this ultra rare used to be 4 bones, is 10 Fiiths. Right now, if you randomly have this card from Ancient Guardians, I'd be selling right now. And honestly, let's say, Jay, but I really want this. A new support got announced, and even though it's trash, I like it and I'm gonna build it. The CR at $20, I'd pay the 2x, man. If I got these at 4s or below and they're 10s now, I'd be trading 2 of these for 1 of these in a heartbeat. Why? Because this one was 13, it says 16s is 20s, right? Excuse me, but at the bottom of the page, it starts going to 30s, 15 listings only. So I'd be doing the flip-flop of rarities and paying the difference per se for this card that is getting support. Again, cards like these, that's crazy, man. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and a lot of these cards, they don't really do much, man. Like, they come out, they get printed, people get hyped. It's like a cycle after cycle after cycle, and there's always the top 2-3 decks that everyone wants and actually plays. Everything else is like speculation and hype, and things get support, but it's like, for example, where's Legendary 6 Samurai? Look at that. Like, they're iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Look at that. If you type 6 Samurai, they got multiple waves of new product. Where is it? Yu-Gi-Oh. Look, if you come up, we got Bonanza. Where else? Something in Stampede, maybe. But the main thing was in Bonanza. So look, and then they got like Corsas, like in Rhoda. They got Corsa support. So again, these cards got reprinted. They got the rarity treatments. They got the quarter centuries, which, by the way, some of these are going up. They got their prints. A lot of people really love 6 Samurai, and they got core set support. And what did the support do? Nada. Nothing. Trash. No one cares about these cards in a way, competitively speaking. And most of the cards that come out, even new support for older deck archetypes, that's why you got to sell into hype, man. Not necessarily these, because these are the Bonanza, treatment. But the ones that came in like Rhoda, Rage of the Abyss, cards like that, they came out. 6 Samurai cards, people get hype. Oh my God, buyouts. And then most of these don't do much. Because in this case, this deck needs Gateway to come back. I guess a 2 or 3, which would be crazy. But you guys get the point. Not, even if it's not bandless dependent, a lot of these new support cards, they come out and they're nothing. They do trash, guys. So that's the point, into selling into the hype, selling into the demand. And in some cases, the hype is real. Is Vanquish sold, the number cards are going up. People actually need them for the best deck, the meta relevant decks. But regardless, is all the same fundamental principles. You want to sell into the hype. Sell into the demand, especially if you had these cards at really low prices or bulk or things of that nature. It's always great to take profits, guys. So for this one, we're gonna leave it short and sweet, because it's Nats weekend. Probably most people are watching like the Nats stream and other things anyway. So we're just gonna keep it short and sweet, around the 30-minute mark of watch. Most of the time we do 40-45 minutes. Sometimes we extend up to an hour, and then in some cases, we leave it at around the $30 mark, man. 30-minute mark. But hopefully you guys found value. I'd be selling most of these cards, just taking profits and recycling into the new Justice Hunter set that is coming out very soon. You guys already know. Make sure you subscribe. You like the video, so you can continue tuning in and finding value in what I do. Ring that bell, like the video on the way out, guys, and make sure you share this in one place in a group chat or with some friends It really does go a long way. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.